Hello everyone, welcome back to Shota Aizawa Podfic. Today we're going to be reading Cybersafety is Important by Scout Squid, and this is a one-shot, approximately 1,226 words, and yeah. Before I start reading, I want to say sorry for the sudden lack in posting. I had the flu again somehow, springtime flu, for whatever reason. I don't even know how that happened. And then it's also my birthday month. Also, today's my birthday, which means it's also Shigaraki's birthday. So, if y'all want to go make your edits now while it's still April 4th, go ahead. This is read by me, obviously. Let's get started. Oh, and this is also a crack fic that I found, and I really like it. Summary. Fuck. Shota was seeing the end of the world again, but this time it was worse, because there are two of them. Fire everywhere. Nothing left untouched, unscathed, except, perhaps, few tea makers. Chaos. Anarchy. Nedzu has a rival. Shota started praying. Or Aizawa is terrified, Nedzu is having fun, and Izuku likes playing online chess. Shota didn't get scared easily. He was a pro-hero for Kami's sake. He fought white-collar criminals at the dead of night and hopped across buildings like a kid jumping across stones in a creek. He drank black coffee with enough caffeine to keep a horse awake for a week. And he taught a class of teenagers. So all things considered, Shota doesn't get scared easily. He is also smart. This means that when Nedzu laughs, and by laughs he means outright cackles, with glee and madness and sadistic joy, as Shota stands outside his office waiting to enter, he knows his only option for survival is to run. He can see it already, the destruction of the world. Not a nuclear eruption, no, that would be too merciful for Nedzu. There'd be chaos, anarchy. He'd turn the people of Japan and the rest of the world against each other and laugh as they tore each other to shreds. He'd tank the stock market, spark trade wars, topple empires. Okay, maybe he's being overdramatic, but he's blowing things out of proportion. Shota opens the door, schooling his face into a mask of on-face calm, only to see Nedzu grinning. Come in. Shota's thoughts could be oh my god, I have no grammar today. Succinctly summed up in one word. Fuck. Why am I here? Keep calm, Shota. Ah, Aizawa. Nedzu's demeanor brightened, becoming almost childlike. I was just playing a game of digital chess. Isn't it funny? The kind of people you meet online. Shota eyed him warily. Yes, they can be. In fact, the website we are using is very easy to hack. It is interesting to give ourselves certain liberties that we wouldn't ordinarily take in a usual game. Fuck. Nedzu found a hacker. And a hacker who plays online chess, apparently. Shota continued carefully. This is very interesting, but what does it have to do with my presence here? To that, Nedzu shrugged. What the fuck? In all honesty, this has no relevance to being here. I was simply enjoying a game of chess with an online rival. Rival. A rival. Nedzu considers someone to be a rival. Fuck. Shota was seeing the end of the world again, but this time it was worse, because there are two of them. Fire everywhere. Nothing left untouched, unscathed, except perhaps few tea makers. Chaos, anarchy. Nedzu has a rival. Shota started praying. Around 10 months later, Izuku Midoriya was roused awake by the sound of a bell ringing and familiar footsteps padding across the wooden floors. His cafe was a small, family-owned business that never really attracted many customers, but that was fine. Inka was working as a very well-renowned quirk discrimination lawyer working over in America, so money wasn't an issue. The customers he had were good people, and online school suited him well, so he ran the place without any need for assistance. Picking his head up off the counter, he blinked the blurriness out of his eyes, smiling quietly. "Hey, Mr. Aizawa, need more caffeine?" Aizawa ran a hand through his hair, sighing. "Kami, yes, please. Give me everything you can legally give me." How many shots of coffee have you had today?" Aizawa paused. "May I lie?" "Please don't." "About 4, I think." Izuku nodded, mulling it over. "I'll give you 2 shots then." Aizawa looked ready to argue, so Izuku continued. "You're supposed to have 6, no more than 6 shots. You're supposed to have no more than 6 shots a day, and you don't need more of a caffeine addiction than you already have." Aizawa begrudgingly agreed, paying for his coffee. Izuku didn't waste any time, and the rich smell filled the room. After a moment, the coffee was handed over, and Aizawa took a sip, instantly looking more awake. "Would you like anything else?" Aizawa seemed to think for a moment. "No, I think that's all." Izuku gave a wry smile. "Not going to feel Hitoshi's caffeine addiction?" "Kami, if Aizawa took care of his health half as much as he took care of Hitoshi's, and Yamada's, for that matter." Aizawa nodded, conceding defeat, and went over to his usual spot to do his paperwork and drink his coffee in peace. Izuku could respect that. While Aizawa did that, Izuku pulled out his laptop, checking the time. His chess buddy should be online right about now. Maybe they could fit a game or two in? Midoriya, after giving Shota his coffee, seemed to be working on something on his laptop. Shota knew the kid took online classes, so he dismissed it at first. Then, Midoriya started smiling. Now, this isn't the classic Midoriya smile, TM. Shota knew that smile like the back of his hand. Bright, clear, like the world hunger had vanished overnight. A little nervous, polite, refined, but comforting and safe. The smile was downright terrifying. It was a feral smirk, a full-faced grin that sent cold shooting down his spine. Midoriya's eyes were glittering and sparkling with a kind of sadistic joy. His lips twisted to bare teeth that Shota would later swear were sharper than they had any right to be. His head cocked just slightly to the right as he gazed at the screen in front of him, typing faster than Shota even thought possible. For a moment, an image of Nedzu flashed across Shota's mind. After a few minutes, Midoriya leaned back abruptly, a satisfied, almost smug, smile nestled on his face. Even then, Shota took a few more moments before he deemed Midoriya safe to approach. "You seem to be having fun." The stranger demeanor slipped off Midoriya like oil off water, and he sat up with his signature smile. "Thank Kami. A few months ago, I found someone online who plays a really good game of chess. We've been competing across a range of platforms since then." Shota's heart stopped. "Oh?" He kept his voice level. It couldn't be. There was absolutely no way. "Yeah, the websites we usually play on are pretty easy to hack, so we end up cheating a lot, but that's kind of the point. Hacking everything has just sort of become another strategy, I guess. The end game seems to be whoever can figure out the other's identity first, so that's actually really fun." Shota felt like slamming his head into a wall, or hugging Midoriya. Probably both. On one hand, Nedzu's rival had become a secret gossip topic for the teachers of UA. Everyone was trying to figure out who they were, out of curiosity and fear. Anyone who could even dream of beating Nedzu in a battle of wits has to be formidable and respected, let alone someone who beat him and got beaten by him. But that's not the point. Almost on a regular basis. Finding out that this mysterious person has none other than Izuku, sunshine happy child Midoriya, was a shock, to say the least. On the other hand, finding out this kid was actively being sought out by Nedzu made Shota want to hide him away in an underground bunker for the rest of time, preferably with no internet. "It's good that you've made a friend. Just be careful who you meet online." "I will," Midoriya flashed him with a bright smile. "Cybersafety is important, after all."